Amen.
Amen. So, first thing just up in my mind was go to some scriptures.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. I took down a lot of notes throughout the week. I kind of just been throwing down on the paper whatever came to me. It's kind of half stepped, but most of this stuff just kind of just been coming. So I've been letting it come. I know the date's been kind of, conscripted, but, I threw out 16 and 23rd, but, somehow you guys bypassed those dates. And had y'all heart set on the 2nd, the 9th, and the 23rd. However, we are finna move forward. I know the first thing I jotted down was passion, desire, and obsession. Now, when I wrote those down, what came to me was that, we supposed to have a passion, a desire, or an obsession for the things of God, and for God Himself. So if we have this obsession, if we have this passion for God, what's going to stop us from getting everything from Him that we deserve?
Come on,
and that He promises us.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. I actually want to get the definition here. I'm using my phone here to kind of search the scriptures.
Amen.
That way to be fast for me to get around. All right, so the definition for obsession: the state of being obsessed with someone or something. Let me see if we get some other words here. An idea or thought that continuously preoccupies or intrudes on a person's mind.
Come on now.
That sounds about right there. That sounds like what the Bible already tells us to do when He tells us to meditate on His word day and night.
That's good.
So as we meditate on God's word and it occupies our thoughts and it occupies our very being, we tend to allow ourselves to be pushed forward by doing this. When we allow ourselves to be obsessed with the right things, God, kindness, rewarding things, good things, all these things that He tells us already, if we allow ourselves to be overrun by this occupation, then it's going to direct us every step that we take, right? And then that's going to become acknowledging God in all that we do, in everything that we do. You know what I'm saying? That's going to become a guidance, a guideline for us. It's going to automatically push us to where we're supposed to be in the Spirit by faith. You see how that works? Okay. Now the topic today is faith.
Come on now.
So as we allow ourselves to be pushed in the direction of faith through obsession, as we obsess over this thing and we start allowing ourselves to be pushed in the right directions that God leads us to, we're going to automatically fulfill the Word of God, because we're obsessed with it. It's overtaking our lives. It's overtaking our minds. It's overtaking everything that we do.
Yeah.
So we not only meditate on the Word day and night, but we are living it. We are practicing it. We're putting it into practice, because every step we take, we are recognizing the Word that's in us already. Amen. We're recognizing the occupation is there. When I go to work, when I go to school, when I go to places, when I do things, what's happening? Everything that I do, and that's natural, everything that I do regular is being preoccupied in my mind with the things of God.
Amen.
You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter where I go or what I'm doing. Faith is there because the Word is there, because I'm obsessed with this thing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as we indulge, as we allow ourselves to be taken over, we develop hope.
Come on now.
Belief. It's a system of things that are just developed over time, from just meditating on the Word.
Yes.
From just from just knowing what's being said. When God says, when you read my Word, He's speaking to you. He says, even by reading the words, you're being edified, you're being built up, you're being rebuked, you're being conditioned in your mind. That's the part about Christianity that we forget. When we get saved, we hear the word of God. You know what I'm saying? He said that in the heart, when a man believes in his heart to righteousness, You know what I'm saying? And then salvation is made by the mouth, right?
Come on
Confession
now.
is made unto salvation by the mouth. So when we do this, we feel like we're saved at this point. And that's what it is. But we're saved, but we're not born again. You see that? We're saved, but we're not born again. Because we have to be, what? Baptized in the water and by the Holy Spirit.
Come on now.
And he said that's the only way we can enter the kingdom of heaven. That's what he was telling Nicodemus. When Nicodemus was asking all those questions, you know what I'm saying, secretly. Him and his others that followed him. So, what we have to come to an understanding of is grounding the Word of God. Allowing it to be an obsession in our lives.
Amen.
When we do that, then our faith will please God. We will have faith even if we aren't thinking about having faith, even if we're not focused on faith. Because the Word itself gives you faith.
Amen.
It gives you faith. Now I'm going to go to the first scripture I got here. Because I'm pretty sure that I got to line up. Because all these scriptures was based on, all these references are based on faith. We're going to turn to Ephesians 3:16 and 17.
You ain't gonna be able to see it because it's like the comparison Bible. Got like five different ways of learning it. I need one of these.
Ephesians what?
Ephesians 3:16 through 17.
Okay. Amen.
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 Okay, all right. Amen. Ephesians 3:16. Now this one will come from the New International Version. That's the NIV. I pray that out of his glorious riches he may strengthen you with power through his Spirit and inner being, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. And I pray that you, being rooted and established in love, may have power, together with all the Lord's holy people, to grasp how wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ, and to know this love that surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled to the measure of all the fullness of God. Now I extended it to 19 when I read that, because all that's congruent, all that's going together. Now, if we're strengthened by God through his Spirit and inner being, if we're strengthened by God, his strength and his inner being, and he dwells in our hearts through faith, through our belief system, through reading the Word. As far as we know that the Word of God is the will of God. So everything that we read in the Word comes from God.
Amen.
Amen. So as we read and we build our faith and we get obsessed with this thing, he'll dwell within us through our faith. So that means, now we're gonna go back to the beginning. We're gonna go back to the beginning because everything was spoken into existence, right? Everything was spoken into existence from the foundation of the earth. That way, we would see that things that are brought about wasn't brought about things that are already here, that appears. You know, it was brought about by the unseen things.
Come on now.
So as we live our lives and as we start to hope for things and want things and look for things, we need to know that it's in our mouth, that it's in our faith, it's in our belief system, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's in the confidence that we have. If we have confidence about who Jesus is,
Come on now.
if we have confidence about the life that he led, then we should have the strength within us to act on this at every occasion. Now, I'm not going to say that the pressures of life and that the fiery darts of the enemy isn't coming and that they're not going to be strong and they're not going to attack you in a way that you don't feel like you can handle it. But we also know that the devil is busy and that he's always busy. When it comes to our faith, the more we start believing, the more he has power over us.
Come on now.
Now, I'm going to say this. This is why I say this. The reason the enemy has more power over us when we start thinking about the faith, when we start believing it, is because now we not only believe in God more, but we believe in everything of the enemy as well.
Come on now.
We believe in his power too now. We believe that he can do things sneaky and mischievously, you know, in our minds, attacking us spiritually. The same way that God can invoke us spiritually, we can allow him to invoke us as well. But through our faith, we conquer it all because God's word provides us with the tools that we need. Now, it's a battleground, you know what I'm saying? And everything that the word of God gives us is a tool. And it's a tool to combat against the enemy and to build ourselves up, combat against ourselves. You understand? So the word edifies us and builds us up because it tears off things that don't matter. It tears off vanity. It tears off falsehood. It tears off everything that keeps us away from faith. And then it empowers us with faith in order for us to lead the lives that God wants us to lead. Now, I also had written down the words, a call to action. Because I realized that faith is action. Faith is an action thing.
Come on now.
Like love. Faith and love, they're actions. They're all based on actions. God's love for us was based on action. He died. He had a purpose for his love for us. His love had a purpose. And through his love, it was to give us faith, that hope. It was to give us that salvation, that hope for salvation. You see? So his love, the mission of his love created faith for us. You see that? So when he started to go through the process of his lineage, and he started to, I guess he had 3 years that he actually fulfilled the things that God had set him for. And those 3 years, he did nothing but dedicate himself to the things of God and to the Word of God. And it's like that's when his whole body, that's when his whole mind was downloaded with the things of God, with the Word.
That's good.
Now, he was the Word in the flesh, but it's like he didn't receive it all until he turned 30, got baptized, and received the Holy Ghost, and received all this unction, all this power, all this opening of resources that was induced by faith.
That's good.
So as we start to think about this, as we start to think, man, that's a call to action. I have belief, but what has my belief produced? What has my belief? Where's the tangible thing that comes from faith? You know, where is my world built by faith? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where is those things that I have called into position? Where are those things that I've called into place through my faith? When I called it out, I expected it to come. I expected it to be in place. I expected it to be in order. But where is it?
Good.
So when you start calling things that are not as though they were, and you're not seeing results, then you have to question your faith.
That's good.
You have to question, well, where is my faith? Now, a lot of us can have faith. A lot of us can have that confidence. We can go to a place in our minds and our hearts that seeks the confidence, that welcomes the confidence. God, I know you're gonna do it. I know it's gonna happen. I'm gonna wait here until I'm out on the street, watch it happen. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna have an urgency here. I'm gonna have that patience. Now, we learn about faith, but we neglect principle.
That's good.
We understand principle and preference, but we neglect principle when we have our faith. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
There's laws in the Word of God. There's laws when He created this planet. Even though He just spoke things into existence, they all was spoken with purpose.
Come on now.
So when He spoke everything into existence, it formed everything that He spoke into existence formed law.
It's okay.
You see, so everything that He had already told to come to pass already had a predestined purpose before it got here. So everything that came fell in place.
Amen.
So when we call things into existence, we gotta be in place. We gotta make sure that we painting the right pictures here. Because if we doing things out of the flesh, or we demand things and having faith for things out of the flesh, then how can we expect to receive it? Yeah. Because God do things in decency and order, right?
Yep.
So when we start saying, I'm gonna get this house, I'm gonna get this car, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. When we start naming things that we want, as opposed to things that we need, as opposed to things that's supposed to benefit the kingdom, you see what I'm saying? That brings me to a scripture. Now I don't know where the scripture is. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where the scripture is, but it brings me to this. I'm not sure who it was, where it's at in the Bible, or none of that. But I'm gonna say this. There was someone in the Bible who prayed to God. And when he was praying to God, he was praying outside of himself. Everything that he prayed for was out of faith, and it wasn't for him. But because of his prayer, because his prayer wasn't a selfish prayer, and it wasn't asking for things for him, and he wasn't asking for things to build him up.
What are you talking about the Solomon?
Solomon?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't asking for things of himself, God blessed him with everything that he wanted.
Could be talking about Job too.
That too. That's right. Because his faith was tested and he got rewarded at the end.
For praying for his friends.
You see, and he was persistent.
Yeah.
And he was continuous in his faith. He was the type of person. He was the type of person. I kind of that's good. I kind of put myself in. I can put myself in his shoes on some levels. You know what I'm saying? Because he was tested in his flesh. You know what I'm saying? But he was tested in his flesh out of just being obedient to God. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? He was faithful, one of the faithful few. But the devil didn't see that. And the devil wanted to make a case against him. You know, Job, no. Because Jesus asked the serpent what he was doing. And he was like, I'm looking for somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm roaming around. I'm trying to find somebody, you know what I'm saying, to the fight. I'm trying to do my job. But I ain't finding no work. And what God said? God said, well, did you test Job? Right? God said, did you test Job? And, did you consider Job? He one of my faithful few, just doing things right now. Go test his faith, see what's going on with this man. You know what I'm saying? See if he's really true. And the devil made a case to try to make him curse God. So God sent everything on him. God killed his kids, burnt his house down.
The devil
took his wealth away from him. He inflicted his flesh, and through it all, Job still persevered.
Come on now.
He had patience and faith in God to push past all those problems, past all the circumstances. You know, the reason I think that is because we operate in, as human beings, we operate in two realms when we believe. Because we're operating in the physical, but then we operate in the spirit. So things that are happening in the spiritual realm, we ain't even recognizing that it's coming from a spiritual thing. All we focusing on is God in the spiritual realm. We're not worried about the devil or anything else. So when we have problems in the flesh, or we have problems going around in our natural life, we don't recognize that it could be from the spiritual realm. It could be an assignment.
Mm-hmm.
But because we don't recognize what the assignment is, we don't recognize what's going on in the spirit, we become overwhelmed by the things of the world. That's why life comes and floods us and gets power over us. And it chokes that word. And, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to faith, when it comes to our confidence, when it comes to our belief, we have to be taking action. And we have to be lined up with principle. We have to look at our situation. We have to say, these are things that's supposed to come based on my belief. These are things that's supposed to come out of my belief according to the Word of God. So, this is what I need. So, what do I need to be lined up with in order to receive it? You see, so we search Scripture. We find the laws and the principles. What does it take for me to really have faith? You know what I'm saying? What does it take for me to have that, not mustard seed faith, but that grain of a mustard seed faith? You know what I'm saying? Smaller than the mustard seed itself.
That's good.
So we have to ask ourselves, we have to wonder. We have to wonder if it only takes that much faith, then where along the line do I taint it? Where along the line do I corrupt the soil that it fell in?
Jesus.
When that seed of faith came. And we all know that the word is the seed in our lives. So who did we let in to throw terrors amongst our seeds?
Come on now.
Who words have we allowed in our lives to throw us off balance? You know what I'm saying? What thought came in based on an outside action caused us to change perception? That's the question we got to ask ourselves. What's the perceptions that we are allowing in? We sitting here and we living life and we watching our lives go by like a movie. And we can remember every scene. But you don't realize that you are the person controlling the projector. And you're asking God, where's my miracle? Where's my breakthrough? Where's my success? Where's this? Where's that? Where's the deliverance of the people? Where's this? Where's that? You're rolling the projector, but you're not even asking, you're not looking at the person that you're supposed to be looking at. Because God, like you said, God already gave us the power. God already gave us the strength, the power, everything we need. So we ask, but why are we asking? Do we not believe the report?
Come on now.
So we got to ask ourselves, who report are we believing?
That's good.
Are we believing the report of faith, or are we believing the report of the enemy? Oh, I wrote down censure. I know what censure is, right?
Censure?
Yeah. You know, like a movie gets censored.
Like censored?
Yeah, like it's very defiled, so it's censored, like somebody cussing.
Censored? Censored?
SOR.
SURE.
That's not the same thing.
Censure. But it's not censored.
Right.
Censored. But it has the same area.
Okay.
All right. So when I was writing it down, I kind of just jotted some words and I kind of just jotted some things. And the words that came up through searching that was rebuke. So when I was like, censure. I was like, because I forgot which book I was in. I believe it was Hebrew. Let me see it real quick. Let me search for it real quick. I believe it was Hebrew that even led me to that. It's gonna be let me see, Hebrew. Let me see. My notes are all over the place. Let me just double check here. It'll be done. I think it might be John 3. I'm gonna double check real quick though. Oh no, that's something. Let me see. That is the topic. John 3:3 was what I ended up reading over when it came to just in case the reference. That was on the topic of being born again. Amen.
Amen.
Let me see. I believe it might be John something. I got some.
We're talking about
here.
Nicodemus. That's John 3:3.
Yeah, that's where I was at, John 3:3, but that was just pertaining to
So what scripture are you looking for pertaining to what topic? Censoring?
Well, it was talking about rebuke. It was talking about what we need in order to get our minds structured. And it was saying that a person who's going through a change of mind or becoming wayward or something like that, if you get into this place, there's a need for correction.
Yeah.
So rebuke. So it was saying it said words like wrath. You know what I mean? Like WROTGH or GTH.
Okay, I got you.
Wrath and
Angry.
well, yeah, God. Well, it wasn't wrath, but it was
Wrath.
It was an aggression statement. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how something is beaten into your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So it was basically talking about that. And when I read censure, I didn't receive it like censure. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was like sin, sure,
Oh, okay.
but it wasn't even spelled nowhere near it. So I was like, okay, that makes sense, somewhat, because the censure came from all of those words, from wrath and all these other words that lined up within it. I'm gonna actually see something real quick, because I just had an idea. Let me see. Right. That's exactly it. That's exactly the word.
What?
Wrath. It was wrath. So the verb is archaic, past, and present particle of work. The adjective is which the one I was talking about, the action word. The adjective here is of metals. It says beaten out or shaped by hammering. So, like I was saying, when we meditate on the Word of God, when we focus on the Word of God, and we allow it to guide us, and that's what it's doing. It's beating us into shape. It's beating our mind frame to fall in line with the Word of God. You see what I'm saying? So the more we read it, the more we read it, the more we allow it in, the more it'll take off the things that we're unsure about. The more it'll chip off the doubts. You know what I'm saying? The more it'll correct us. The more it'll censure us. And I'm actually going to look for that one too.
Censure.
Yeah. Because that's the definition would make me think about the sin, sure. Let me see. Express fear, disapproval of someone or something. You see how I blurred that line between censure and censored? Because it blocks you from things. It blocks you from things that we have excessive disapproval of. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So when we sin in our minds, because I think that anything that goes against the Word of God is a sin. Mm-hmm. So when we allow thoughts and imaginations to come in and occupy our thoughts and our actions outside of the things of God, we're pretty much sinning. Mm-hmm. We're pretty much denouncing our faith. Mm-hmm. So we gotta be clear. We gotta be clear. We gotta be clear about this, because faith has principles behind it, as we spoke about. Faith has principles behind it. So if we're not wroth within ourselves when it comes to the obedience to Christ and what we believe in, then we are really not believing at all. You see what I'm saying? Now, I know we speak on faith a lot, and that's because it takes faith in order for us to truly please God, and for order for us to truly walk in this religion, to be a disciple. Mm-hmm. Now, God says, Lord Jesus, He says, "Be ye holy, for I am holy." Now, when we hear that, we think, we like, last time I checked, I don't really got to be holy. You know, I can't be holy by myself. God only I can